Welcome to the William Hill World Cup Daily Podcast. We're here with Steve Bates of The People. We're in the England training base in Rapinoe, the famous, the bowling alleys here, the darts balls over here. You've probably seen some of the players taking part against friends with the media. And it's all friendly and nice at the moment, Steve. Could it all change on Monday night, or are England still favourites to win?
It could all change, Jerry, yeah. The vibe's been very, very good, but as we all know, atmospheres and moods in camps and around camps are very much dictated by results. And Tunisia, as an opening game, is not an easy one. I think the world at large will expect England to win, but the Tunisians are only just ranked below England in the World FIFA rankings, so it's not going to be a pushover of a game by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm absolutely certain that, having spoken to the players over the last few days, they're not going to underestimate the task that they're facing. Yeah, and
it's the opening game. It's important to get off to a good start because England don't traditionally, do they?
No.
I think it's 1 in 4 last tournaments, isn't it?
1 in 4. The last two tournaments, they haven't won either game. They were beaten by Italy in Manaus in Brazil 2014, and obviously they drew with Russia in the last Euros in France 2 years ago. So England haven't got a great record, but I think there's a huge determination within the squad and from Gareth Southgate that what's happened before has got no bearing on this tournament, which I think is the right sort of way to go, and that getting off to a good start with a victory against Tunisia will set the mood for the coming weeks that we hope England are going to be here in Russia.
And they've flown out to Volgograd. They're going out with no injuries. That's good news. One training session, maybe two to come. So that's a real boost as well. We haven't got those worries that we always have about Wayne Rooney's metatarsal or David Beckham's toe.
Sure, and I think it was a smart decision by Gareth not to bring players who were injured or carrying niggles or whatever. He decided very early on that he wasn't going to follow that kind of route. Even with his bigger players, everybody had to be fit to be on the plane, and of course now he's going obviously that first game at Volgograd with a fully fit squad and a lot of players wanting to play in that game. We just spoke recently with Fabian Delph, and it looks like the team has already been selected, and the players already know about that, although Fabian was giving nothing away on that.
He was quite smart, wasn't he?
He was very smart. He was very smart, and he had a humorous element to it as well, so he wasn't giving anything away. But it's quite clear, I think the players who are playing know they are playing now, and I think that's right, because they can get into the right frame of mind, and there's a good collective spirit within the squad, so I think everybody will be right behind the 11 players that are picked to go out on the pitch against Tunisia, and obviously they'll support the boys even if they're not playing. And
England odds-on favourites for that game, which sounds right, and Harry Kane, first goal scorer. Sounds pretty good as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, after the Cristiano Ronaldo and the Diego Costa heroics, I think everybody will be looking to see if Harry can join that company and get off the mark straight away. It's always good for strikers, isn't it, to get an early goal at these tournaments? It sets the tone for them for the rest of it, and I'm absolutely certain that Harry will be absolutely champing at the bit to make sure he gets amongst the goals.
And of course, you mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo. His odds have come way down now in the top goal scorer, the Golden Boot awards after that hat-trick. I mean, what a way to announce yourself on the biggest stage of all. Sure,
look, if I was having a bet on a striker to finish with at the top of the pile, you couldn't ignore Cristiano at the minute, could you? He's you can never write him off, can you? He's just, when we think he's just reaching a peak and maybe just waning slightly, he just proves everybody wrong, as he did in the Champions League final, and as he did here in Russia last night against Spain. Diego Costa as well, another player who announced himself on at the World Cup with a couple of goals. So I think those two have set the benchmark. I'm sure Harry Kane will be looking at that when he takes the pitch against Tunisia.
Fantastic. Steve, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And come back every day for a William Hill podcast with the latest from the FWA and William Hill from the World Cup.